Hello everyone, welcome to OrderLogic 7.0. What is 7.0, you might ask? It is a complete design overhaul as well as new features and additions to the existing features. So let's dive in. Once we log in, you will see that we're brought to the same window as before. We have our active, completed, and scheduled orders here. We'll go over an example order once we go through the rest of the settings. On the chat tab, you will see that you have start live chat. You can adjust this URL by going to the restaurant profile in your admin backend, and you will find a live chat URL text field in which you can input any URL that you want. Next up, we have the menu. This has also been completely redesigned. It will take a second to load all the menu items, and you can see that we can now have a drop down for all of our menu headings. So if we want to select an item, let's say 5 wings, we can hide it until a future date. Let's just update this. It will take a second. And then if you go back into the wings, you will see here in red that it will be hidden until the 16th. Next up, we have the settings. This is where majority of our updates are. Here you'll be prompted to connect to Bluetooth so you can connect a printer. We'll turn that on. And here it's important to notate that there are settings on the restaurant profile under the info tab that you will be able to adjust. We will go over that in a second. Here, going from the top down, you can see that we now have dark mode, which is nice and sleek. It looks beautiful, in my opinion. And then we are going to go through the rest of the settings. So this is a simulation, so it's gonna prompt me to connect Bluetooth constantly. So don't bother, don't worry about that. We also have the restaurant configuration here. We can configure some of the stuff for the auto accept feature. This is particularly useful for restaurants that have a lot of volume. You know that they're pumping orders. You know that they're going to see the orders. So here, what you can do is you can enable auto accept. You can disable it. You can enable it, and then you can enable it with auto print, which is what we suggest. This is particularly useful because they will essentially see their printer going off and know that they have a new order. Here you can also select if you want multiple copies for that auto print. This is useful if a restaurant has multiple stations. So if they have a salad station, an appetizer station, main dish station, you can just print 3 copies and then they are set. Also, you got auto accept alerts. So when an order is automatically accepted, you can put a sound, you can make the screen flicker, you can make the screen flash, and you can also make the device vibrate. So this is a great way to kind of have extra precaution when it comes to restaurants that are super busy, loud. You need to get the restaurant workers' attention. These are great options. Now from here, we're going to go back into settings. And now we have printing configuration as well. You can see here that, as before, you can connect to a printer. You can add a new printer by hitting scan here and just go through the prompts on your screen. You also have the printer width and font size. You will need to play around with this. We have our suggested printers that you can find on the Confluence. I will also attach it to this video, and you can find in the description below what Bluetooth printers we suggest you use. But obviously, if the restaurants already have something in place and they can utilize that, you should be able to adjust everything here. So printer width, font size, and then you see here the suggested settings that we have. We got the 57 millimeter width, and then the font size of 2, and then also 80 with a font size of 3. Receipt quantity is going to take them to the setting here, which is print copies. Now, keep in mind that if this is not set for auto accept and auto print, they are still able to print as many copies as they want from a test order. Additionally, you can print a test receipt here to see what it looks like. Then we got some network settings. This is super useful, and this has been super successful with people that have been testing this new 7.0 update, because this is going to alert the tablet and the restaurant that if they have any internet issues. Now, this is particularly useful for uh, restaurants that have Wi-Fi that goes in and out, because on their device it might say that they're connected to the internet, but there's no actual internet connection. So Wi-Fi is connected, but there's no internet. So you can also do and enable this check right here, and then you can either make a audible alert or flash alert on the tablet. Next up, we have the alert audio settings. You can see here that we have a couple of different default settings, and that should be it. Now, from here, if you have any issues and you want to report those to us, it will be super useful to go to the debug section. Here, you will see that we have the application information. This is going to be most important. Ideally, you will take a screenshot of this as well, so we can easily find a restaurant. Then application information, as much info as you can. And then you can see the system status here. You can see if the API connection is online, push notifications, and device status. Push notification is a big one. Make sure you enable that in the settings. And then if there are any odd issues with one restaurant, you can hit here in the debug session. You can click reload app, and then it will just refresh the whole thing and boot everything back up, and that should resolve 99% of your issues. Again, as before, you will also have the logout button here, so nothing super exciting there. But the new design, the new printer settings, and the auto print and auto accept feature should be a significant boost to efficiency to a lot of your restaurant partners. Now, we're going to move on and see what an order looks like now when it comes to the tablet. All right, so now you can hear we have a new order. So we will click on that. This is a takeout order. We also have this more items now popping up. That's going to let you know that there are additional items on this order. And you can see how pretty it all looks now. So from here, like before, you can print additional copies of the order. You can adjust the pickup time. You can add or redact minutes from it. From here, you can also, like before, decline or accept. So we're going to add a little bit of time and make sure we have everything notated here. You can see our options, sub options, everything that is listed here, as well as a reminder that there are 4 of these items you can see here. So we'll accept that. Now, when we're done with that, you can see that these go into confirmed orders. And you can mark those orders ready or reprint them. Then you can also see your previously completed orders, as well as the ones that were canceled for whatever reason. And then we also have scheduled orders, you can see here. Now, on the scheduled section, you can open that up and also do the same thing. So you can choose to just accept and move that order into an active order. As a restaurant, it might be easier for you. So let's go ahead and do that. And now you can see that our notification here now says 0 new orders. So that is how it's going to function for manually accepting orders like before. And then obviously, if you have the auto accept or auto accept with auto print enabled, then these orders are just going to automatically go into confirmed orders. And then if you set up any alerts for those auto accepted orders, they're going to make an audible or a screen flickering alert, whatever you have set up. So this is just going to be a, like I said, design uplift with some exciting new features that should make your restaurants more efficient. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments or reach out to us on Slack. There is also the Facebook group where you can put your questions about this, but we really hope that this is much more useful to your restaurants now. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the next one.